Hello there, chocolate dipped cherries. We're going to speak about the most important topic today, crypto strategy. You need to know where we are, what we're doing, and how we're going to succeed. I want to start by telling you that I am in a position of power now. I can go one of two ways. I can grift and shill you leverage trading exchanges, shill you casinos, shill you ICO pump and dumps insider deals. I can do that, but I'm not a man of anything related to scum behavior like that. I can win myself. I don't need to abuse people's trust and your wallets so I can get rich. I'm not like that, okay? People who tell you to leverage and day trade, they're full of it. So to put it on the table, I day trade. I've been trading since 2011. That's right. 2011, friends. It's a long time. I love it. I do it every day. But I realized in 2020, hey man, how come all the traders around me, they haven't made it yet? What the hell's going on? There's always a new gimmick and a new strategy and a new thing, and then it dies down, and then you do a bit too much size, and then you got to reset. I was like, crap, something's going on here, and I'm just not getting it to the point where I can truly really retire. After you pay split and you pay tax and you're with a prop firm, when you're scalping, man, it's really hard, right? You're only getting about 30% back with a high split because you got to pay tax and everything. It's just insane. So I realized, okay, I've actually got to really hodl. Now, I had been hodling my crypto, but I actually did it myself. And I saw and I learned and I investigated and I gained so much more wisdom. And now I'm here to tell you that, yeah, people who tell you to leverage trade, they're scum. There's no other way to put it. There's literally a 99% failure rate. Why would you tell someone to do this? Oh, because you think they're the 1 in 100? Yeah, go jump off a cliff. Oh, you're the 1 in 100 people that are going to survive. The other 99 are going to get their bones crushed. Stupid logic. Stupid. Go sell drugs to kids. That's great. Yeah, 1 kid survives, 99 die, get addicted. Yeah, that's a great idea, right? It's exactly what they're doing. And don't conflate it. So, crypto strategy, right? That is the route we're not going to go here. I'm speaking to thousands of people. I'm pretending like you are my family. Actually, you are my family, all right? I want you to win. I can't guarantee win, but we can push it in our favor. The odds of success. Buying and holding long term, 95% win. That's it. 95% win. If you are buying reasonably sound things, assets, with some sort of decent rationale behind at cheap prices, reasonably cheap. You don't need to get the cheapest, just reasonably cheap. And you hold long enough, you win. That's it. 95%. I like that. I like that win rate. Now, we're going to speak about crypto strategy because we don't know how the crypto cycle will go, friends. Okay? I'm here to look out for you. I can tell you how I think it's going to go, and then I can also, in the same paragraph, tell you that none of it matters. I promise you this from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of this squeaky chair that I'm sitting on right now with straight back. None of it matters. Do you know what matters? Your hold time. HOLD. Hold time. That's right. I always say, watch the calendar, not the charts. You watch the calendar. Oh, is it 2025 yet? No? Okay, see you later. I didn't care about the news. I love the news and I read it as well, but it doesn't impact us, man. Everybody's guessing, friend. Everyone is guessing, baby dolls. Everyone. Even me, we're guessing. And I'm telling you right now, everyone's trying to predict the next cycle, how it's going to go up, down, left, right, jizz, jazz, biz, baz. It won't go to plan. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to go to plan. I'm trying to guess how it won't go to plan, and that's a fun exercise, but it doesn't matter. You got to hold. So that's why this focus is going to be on crypto strategy. I day trade. So you got to be thinking, right? Maybe you're sitting on a couch right now. Maybe you're sitting on a chair. But I want you to think. Firstly, I hope your elbows are pointy. And secondly, just think for a second, think deeply. How come a guy like me, a friend, a baby doll, who's been trading for 12 years is now telling me that buying and holding is what he's actually doing and is the path to riches for me? How come? Right? I'm not here to sell you any leverage trading. I'm not here to do any of that grifter stuff because this actually works. I practice what I preach. I actually do it. I'm telling you right now, friends, if all these influencer scum actually bought and held in the zones that I'm telling you to buy and hold in, they would not need to be shilling anything. They'd be rich enough. But they're not. They're constantly shilling you garbage. Me garbage. I get shilled it too. They're promoting us trash. So our focus is going to be on the plan, on the strategy. So what do we actually do here? Right? What are we actually doing? How can we reasonably prepare? So it's one thing to buy and hold, but now we got to follow that through. Okay, buy and hold what? Because we're in crypto, everyone here in Australia says, well, if you don't own property, mate, you don't know what you're doing, right? That's what everyone says here. Property's a religion here. In America, it's stonks. Everybody loves the stonks, right? So what some people call crypto just like a bleeding edge, risky for peanut brains, yes, it's true. All right, we've done enough research that we can reasonably assume that we're on the path upwards here. The trajectory is upwards, right? So what do you actually do here? This is the critical pieces, friends. This is the meat and potatoes. 90% of your portfolio must be in a core position now, 10% in lottery. You don't have to have 10% lottery, by the way. You can make it zero. Lottery is for us degenerates because I'm here every single day and I want to participate and I don't like seeing something and like, man, I think this might work out a bit and I'm allocating zero. I don't like doing that. I discovered so many coins. I discovered Hex by throwing in some lottery and then you learn. Friends, you don't understand this, but if you throw in like $100 into something, right? Let's say you got a $10,000 portfolio. Put $50 in, put $25 in. I know it's so small, but I promise you, if it works out and it goes up, you will start to learn about it more. And then we can speak together and you can say, okay, we got to get in on the next big fat correction dip. That's exactly what I did with Hex. And I've done it for other coins too. Okay, that's how you learn. You got to have skin in the game. If you don't have skin in the game, it's very hard to distinguish between the 55,000 crypto altcoins out there, okay? Now, I want you to know this is not a boring strategy, right? This is the greatest position ever. You, my friendly friends, chocolate dipped cherries, you actually have this luxury because crypto prices are cheap. You can actually retire, right? If this works out and it doesn't go to zero, but if this actually works out, friends, you can retire with 100% core portfolio. This is literally like us going back to 2015 and I tell you, hey, Bitcoin is core. And you say, all right, how much is Bitcoin? And do you want to know what the price of Bitcoin was in 2015? Between $200 and $400, okay? So let's say you bought in at $400. Whoop-de-doo. It ends up going a 100x from that point, right? If you buy in $200, it went 100x in one cycle, but $400 gives you 100x to $40,000. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Because you bought in the depression in 2015, I'm going to show you that right now, right? Because you're a baby doll pumpkin, right? I'm going to show you that. If you bought Bitcoin down in this zone, right? This is where $400 is and everything below here. That's right. If you said, hey man, I'm going to get anything here, and you made that 90% core, 100% core, you make a 100x, right? A 100x. Let's go to, this is $400, right? You literally buy the top of the top. You make 100x at your 40K. Isn't that amazing, right? That's what, friends, remember, I told you not to invest off dollars, based off your time, okay? If you invested like 0.2 years worth of money, right, of income you make, so that's like what, 1 month or 2 months, whatever, right, and you made 100x, you get 20 years of income, friends. How crazy is that? That's because back then, right, it's obviously you're getting the 100x. Whoop-de-doo, don't we all want 100x? But just think about that power, right? Now, obviously, I wanted to use a higher number. I'm like, oh, imagine you invested your full year of salary back then. Yeah, but no one's going to do it back then. So I'm here to be reasonable and rational with you. Back then, the most people probably putting Bitcoin, 0.2 years worth, right? So that's just a couple of months. So not even a couple of months, right? It's tiny. It's tiny, 2 months of what you make, not that much. But look what it grew to. So that's why you have the luxury. You didn't need to buy Ethereum, which would have been amazing, by the way. You didn't actually need to do it. You didn't need to buy into the Ethereum ICO scams that all of them, Deep Brain Chain, Dragon Chain, all these other crazy things, You did actually need to. You could have, but that was a luxury. Like the luxury position was to have a call down here of the safest of what if you've done the research, you're like, hey, Bitcoin's around, Bitcoin's the first Genesis crypto, etc. Right? So you can play in the casino up here, but you didn't actually need to retire. Right? Now, bringing us back to here, friends, we can see, so 90% portfolio core, it's not, some people think like, oh no, I'm not going to make it. Yes, you are. I'm telling you, you are. I'm telling you, I'm holding. I'm not getting out any of my crypto that's a core position as long as Bitcoin is under $70,000. I'm not. As long as Ethereum is under 5,000, I am not. Okay. So as well, we're going to go through this one by one, just so you know, right? Because I've got a lot of new baby dolls listening and watching. Okay. The bull market can be described in two ways. Say professionals like me, you call us professionals, right? I'm actually a peanut brain. The bull market actually started here, right? This is actually when I posted at the end in November when FTX collapsed here. Bitcoin was at 15K. Said, I know you don't believe it, but the bull market is actually starting now, right? And I had like 2 likes in my comments. No one was around. Everyone was gone, okay? So that's one way to look at it. The bull market also started down here too, when you can look at Bitcoin, the lows or the bottom of the zombie virus. But no one believed it, okay? But let's not be tongue-in-cheek. The real bull market, the one where you say the actual mania, the optimism, euphoria, thrill, like that part, that actually starts historically when Bitcoin crosses its all-time high. That's the only thing we can go off, okay? So if we do that again in past in history, Bitcoin crosses 69K, we're going to get something. But maybe things are changing now. Maybe we get some more excitement if Bitcoin just goes back towards 60. Because remember, I kept telling you in my videos, the crowd is front-running people in the future who are buying altcoins and Bitcoin and stuff. So maybe Bitcoin only needs to go to 60K, 50K, and people start to get euphoric in altcoins. That's possible. That's one scenario, all right? So this bull market you speak of, we're nowhere near it, and that's what you want. There is still so much uncertainty. We have the luxury of just DCA buying anywhere, and you're going to be rescued, right? Just like if you go back down here, you had the luxury of buying Bitcoin anywhere from 500 down to 200. It didn't even matter what it looked like. Like if you're buying at the top here, right? Look at this candle, right? On the very, very far right. You print the next week. Oh no, Bitcoin's coming down, right? So $480. Imagine you bought that top, $480 to $500. It didn't matter because you're still in the depression zone. And we are still here, but we're exiting. I'm telling you, time is running out. That's why I'm making so many videos for you. I'm trying to help as many people as I can. I'm trying to tell you that I practice what I preach, okay? We hunt our own food here. We eat our own cherries. So 90% portfolio core, 10% lottery, all right? I'm telling you now, the next wave of people ain't going to be so lucky. No, they won't. They're going to have to buy higher. They won't be able to do 90% portfolio core. They're going to have to do like 50%, right? And they're going to have 50% lottery. They're actually just going to, and then guess what? People come at the very end, they just go 100% lottery, right? So let's actually go and look at what's actually a core. What am I actually talking about? Well, I'm speaking to so many people here. A core portfolio is what you can sleep at night with. That's what it is, okay? But I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I can't guide you. I'm just letting you know, right? I can't really guide everyone. Everyone has different risk parameters and everybody's in different points of their lives, different ages. I'm just telling you from what we know in the past and what's going on, you can have, get the little painties out, you can have Bitcoin and Ethereum as a big chunk of your core, right? So we're going to write this down here. So 90% core. Right? I have these in the logos that I put, right? So you have Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm going to put the others here, okay? You can split these up any way you like, and you don't even have to have any of these, okay? When you play these, there's actually a risk curve, okay? It's actually a risk curve. And funnily enough, if you go left to right here, that's what it is, okay? There is actually a risk curve. This is what you're doing. So they say the risk curve, right? How much compensation are you going to get for holding these, right? Now, if you want the lowest, obviously you have a stable coin here. I don't put it here. So I'm letting you know, I have no stable coins. So let's just friendly note here. I have 0% stable coins. 0. I don't want any fiat at all. Nowhere near down here. I don't want it down here whatsoever, okay? And that's okay if you have them. That's all right. If it helps you sleep at night, that's fine. I'm just letting you know, not in my books. So Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't even have Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've deployed them, okay? I have deployed them. Let me give you a quick example. Before I do anything, obviously I had Bitcoin and Ethereum holding, and I'm like, all right, well, let me go look at all the coins I hold. So this is Link versus Ethereum, all right? So if you put on a regular chart, you can see. So don't try to get too cute with these. This is just too cheap, all right? That's it. This is too cheap. I don't know how long it's going to be here. This is Chainlink versus Ethereum, by the way. Chainlink versus Ethereum. I don't know when it's going to go up, and you don't know either. All I know is when prices are this low, if you had Ethereum, so let's say you had, for example, let's say you had 10 ETH in your core, right? 10 ETH, right? And that's all your whole portfolio was 10 ETH, right? Or you could have like whatever, or 0.5 BTC. These are the same things, right? Roughly the same, doesn't matter, right? What you can do is you can say, hey, I'm going to take 25% of that, and I'm going to deploy it down here into Ethereum, okay? So let's use the Ethereum example. You can put buy 2.5 ETH down here, right? Now, obviously, I'm being naughty now and assuming you get the bottom. I'm going to assume you got a terrible price. I'm going to assume you bought at the top of this box, okay? 0.09. Let's actually mark it here, right? All right. So, yeah, your 2.5 ETH, you are down minus 60% right now. So, if you sold it, you're only going to get like, what, 1 ETH back or whatever. But you're not here to do that. We're here eventually, let's say, if Chainlink eventually goes back to where I think it's going. So let's say maybe one day it goes back to this high, right? You get a 4x, friends. So this 2.5 ETH you deployed, the goal is one day up here, it's worth 10 ETH. Worth 10 ETH. And then you're probably messaging me, we're going euphoric. And I'm like, hey, okay, you put in 2.5 Ethereum. It's now worth 10. How about you just take out 5? Just take out 5, right? Take out 5 and leave it in staked Ethereum, because Ethereum is pretty safe. It's going up over time, and then that's going to be your currency, and you get to earn staked Ethereum. That's your safety net, right? And then you have the best of both worlds. What if a Chainlink keeps going up or going down? Doesn't matter. You still got more, right? Or you could shave off more than that, but you get the point, okay? So this is the ultimate goal of what we want to do. The ultimate goal is we want to win against Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, remember, I started the video here. I told you, we don't even know how the crypto cycle will go, friends. It's possible that when we look at how the cycle progresses, is Bitcoin and Ethereum going to crash super hard next cycle? Are they going to keep continuing? Will they ever go euphoric? We don't know this. But as long as you're winning, everything else will get taken care of. I promise you now. You have the confidence to split stuff around and take some back to stable coins. You have that luxury. You can do that because you bought in core stuff and you can hold, okay? Now, at the end of the day, your core position, doesn't matter what they are, all right? I want you, one, please, buy only in cheap BTC or ETH ratio prices. That's it. So you put them on a weekly chart. You look at the long term, even a monthly. What's cheap? So I'm going to tell you right now. So I'm going to put it right here. Cheap is lower than minus 70% off the top. Okay. That is like cheap. Okay. Now, normally I say minus 85 to 90%, but we're going along the cycle now. I don't even know if you have that luxury, to be honest. Okay. If you pay up higher than that, you better have a good reason. All right? You better really understand the network effects of what you're buying to be able to do that. Like, you better have a target where it breaks the top. Okay, because if you're buying something at minus 70% on the top, let's go back to Chainlink, right? Chainlink 1, for example, is very cheap, right? So Chainlink's very cheap, right? So, you know, if you bought here in your imaginary line, you bought it down 80%. But look at this. It actually went down to minus 92%. Okay, so there is no, and you might be able to accumulate here. But if you are buying at minus 60% only, okay, this line, I'm going to draw it right here. If you do that, then look at this. Let's say you went all in there. You are minus 80% offside now. And then you only get out at your target plus 100%. So you risk the whole bullet to make a double. You're risking 1 to make 2. Not good enough. Now, I hope it works out, but I'm just trying to let you know. This is why it's important. In crypto, cheap is not minus 60%, friends. I know there's a big difference in the numbers, okay? You got to get minus 70, 80, 90. You got to start DCAing there. And you got to hold the whole way. You got to believe. If you don't believe, you're not going to make it. Okay, so why I mentioned like you got to have 90% core is we are early in the cycle. And we don't know how the cycle is going to play out. But if it does play out the same, all right, I'll just delete these, right? If it does play out the same, I want to hold coins. By the way, I don't have Aave, I don't have Uni, but I'm letting you know, in this DeFi section, you have the option to do them because they're safe. That's it, they're safe, right? I would prefer Chainlink, but if you want others, that's fine, okay? In this section, if any of these coins dropped minus 90%, I would be buying it without a heartbeat. And I would have the confidence to buy without a heartbeat. I'm telling you, this is how you have to think about everything you own. If your coin dropped 90%, okay, what do you think it's going to do? Do you think people are going to come and buy it? Or do you think that means it's the end? Now, I know it's very hard to imagine this scenario. Like, what if Bitcoin actually drops minus 90% from here? But maybe you can go, hey, if Bitcoin went down to 10K, we have reasonable assumptions that a lot of people will want to buy it. They got bids down there. They'll buy Bitcoin at 10K, okay? This is completely different to any other poop coin, any new cycle poop coin. For example, a DEX on Arbitrum that says to be, it's a decentralized real yield handout. If that coin drops minus 90%, whatever the ones they are, I got no faith they'll come back. I'm like, oh, well, the people rotated from one Ponzi to the next, and I don't even know if this is going to make it, okay? So see, I can give you 2 examples here, 2 clear examples, completely distinct. So you have to evaluate those yourself. Now, if Hex dropped minus 90%, I know people will buy it. If PulseX, Pulse Chain dropped 90%, I know people will buy it. If Poor Pleb even dropped minus 90%, I know people will buy it. I feel they buy it. Remember, I have to use the word feel because you never know the future, friends. You never know the future. Just, you can tell the network effects, the memes. You go and observe each community. You go, okay, I think people see some value in this, right? And at the end of the day, this is the position of strength that we want to play in, okay? Because this core strategy that we're having, this is super important. The lotteries, I'm not even going to speak about them. They're not important, all right? The lotteries, they're going to come. Maybe we start off with 10% lotteries now. Maybe it peels off to 15%, 20% higher weight as the cycle progresses. But I'm not going to make the mistake of joining the crowd and go, oh, the next part of the cycle is this and that, okay? I don't want to jump the gun at all, okay? We can do the lotteries, but you're going to think that some of these coins, oh, is it a paid promotion, etc. And these lotteries, remember, they can all literally go to zero, all of them, right? Don't fall into the trap. Forget the lotteries, friends. You focus on your core, but time is running out. Time is running out. I don't know how long these things are going to stay on the floor for, right? So I'm just using Link as an example. You have to go through all the other coins. I don't know how long this thing is really... Like, what if this thing just goes back up to here, right? If this thing goes back up to here, and it could be just 3 months, that's it. It's never coming back. Never coming back at all. And you can't get back in, right? You're like, oh, man, how... That's when... This is the dangerous part, right? People start going harder in between, but because they got much harder, when it goes towards a target, they're only up like a 2x. So that's the most important part because, friend, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm telling you have to get these depression prices. You have to, all right? You can tell I am looking after you because I am helping you to get cheap prices. And even though the candles are red, I am telling you, I don't care. Fundamentals are strong. I like this. Okay. No other scum influencers do this. They don't do this. All right. Now, when the prices go up, let's do an imaginary point of trajectory, right? I'll tell you now, if the prices go up here, you know what happens? Everybody gets smarter. Remember, I made a video, green candles make you smarter. And now, you know my target up here, it's only 100% away. No one wants to believe in that target anymore, friends. Okay. What they'll want to believe in is here, the 5x. That's what they'll want to believe in. Now, I'm hoping Chainlink does this, but I don't need it to do this. All right? I'm laughing all the way to the bank with you down here. Okay. So I hope you understand the power of getting in during the depression with your core portfolio. And let's say somewhere along the lines, for example, right, we go here, we're in 2024. Let's say a black swan happens. Let's say literally a black swan in America happens and something happens like this, right? Another zombie virus. I have confidence that the fundamentals of this project are still strong. That's why it's a core in the portfolio. With these many other coins out there, you don't have that luxury of believing them at all. You don't even know why you're in them in the first place, okay? So, core strategy, friends. 90% portfolio core. You're going to have to decide how you want to split it. Oh, 50% Bitcoin, 40% Ethereum. Or maybe you do 25, 25, 25. I don't care. I'm telling you, you can select these coins. We're going to have to accept there are other coins we don't have. They're going to do the 50x, the 100x, the 200x. But I don't have any rational, sound belief that any of them do. You know these coins that do 300x? You could have easily made a case why they stop at 10x and then just drop down. Okay? But with these, I have completely different mindset, right? Different mindset. You know, by the way, if you tell me all these coins in these logos are complete trash, that's okay. That's all right. If you don't like Paw Pleb, people, if you don't like Pulse Chain, PulseX, Hex, Aave, Uni, Chainlink, Ethereum, or Bitcoin, that's okay. That's all right. All right. However, I'm just trying to help you from the information I know. I don't want you to leverage trade. The strategy is buy and hold. For the next wave of the cycles, maybe it'll appear to us. Maybe it'll do something different. We don't know. But most of the people who retire, most of it, and I mean, we can almost say all of them, right? Out of 10,000 people, I promise you, 9,990 were buy and holders. The final 10, yeah, this guy leveraged trade. He turned an account, 30K to like maybe 1.2 million and stopped. Yes, all right. I want you to win. I'm speaking to, there's thousands of us here. We're in a community. I can't put my head on the pillow every night and go, wow, I did a great job, knowing I'm shilling you leverage trading exchanges, ICO pump and dumps, all these other filthy garbage, just telling you, yeah, come in. I always preface all my videos, hey, this is a lottery ticket. It's going to go to zero. Hey, this is a core portfolio. Yes, I even tell you the cores can still go to zero. Bitcoin can be zero tomorrow. But at the end of the day, where are we and where do you want to go? All right. Maybe when we look back, most likely you're going to say the same things that every other person has said in crypto, friends, which is they look back, no matter where they come in, all right? They look back and they say, wow, if only I bought 4 years ago. Wow, if only I bought 4 years ago. Wow, let's go here. If only I bought 4 years ago. Okay, 2024, 5, 6, 7. Are they going to be saying that again? Maybe, right? Maybe, yes, for sure. We still don't know the future. However, you really do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This is our chance. I'll catch you later, baby dolls. Tell your mom and your dad that you love them.